video, we are going to go over how to do and how to stay safe with barbell stationary lunges. So as with any exercise, safety is key. So we're going to go over unracking the weight. You might not think about this, but setup is always going to be key, so we want to pay attention to it. If you're doing this in a gym setting, or if you have some kind of squat rack at home, then you'll probably just take it right off the rack. I want to point out, and we're going to use our PVC pipe as a demonstration here, but I want to point out that you shouldn't take the weight off the rack and do some weird like curtsy or some awkward lunge. Just do a squat to get it off the rack, brace your midsection, squeeze your glutes, get that pressurization, and then step yourself back into a position you can safely squat. Now, if you're like me and you're doing this at home and you don't have a squat rack, you're going to have to pick it up off the floor. So just some key pointers on picking it up off the floor. Make sure you do it safely. If you don't feel comfortable, don't force it. Okay? You're going to want to be safe. You're going to want to be mindful of it. When doing it, what we do here is we will basically set up like you're going to do a deadlift, and then we'll do clean. Once we get it clean, then we'll do a press, or you can do a push press. Get it back. Now the critical part if you're doing this is don't hit yourself in the neck. Make sure you're placing it like on the top of your back right here. If you need to, you could wrap the bar if that bothers your back. I'm not a huge fan of people wrapping the bar because it doesn't teach you how to get under the weight and hold it and be comfortable with it. But if that's what you need, then do it. But just make sure you don't hit your neck when you're bringing it back down, and make sure you don't place the bar there. So once you have the barbell on your back, you want to think about bracing your midsection. If you don't know what that is, jam your thumbs on the sides of your belly button. Push your thumbs out with your stomach muscles. That's your brace. You want to keep that brace and still be able to breathe. From the side shot, we don't want an exaggerated low back. We want to tuck the glutes underneath, keep nice and tight. So you're just one solid vessel here. When you have the bar, think about pulling that bar into your back. If all of a sudden you say, hey, I feel my back, hey, that's even better. If you don't worry about that. Now, you're going to, once you have all that set up, then and that's the same setup you should have when you walk off the rack as well. But from there, you're going to step one foot back, and then you want to straighten that leg out. You want to make sure that your hip's not open, your both feet are pointing forward, you're at a stance that is wide enough that it doesn't hurt anything, but you're also not so wide that it's a weird balancing act either. From there, you're just going to reach the back knee down towards the floor. We don't want impact. It's either a slight touch or just hover and then return back to the top. I like a nice steady cadence. I don't want it to be too fast. A lot of times some wonky things happen. So nice, slow, controlled cadence, and then just step back to the front, reestablish your good set starting position, and then step back with the other leg. We're going to show you this from the side also. I'll step out of the way a little bit. Now, everything's the same. You'll step that foot forward. You want to make sure both feet are pointing forward. Make sure the torso is not rotated, and you just reach that back knee towards the ground and then return. It's that simple. All right, so to summarize, safety is the key. Barbell lunges can be fun and they can be a good exercise, but if you don't have a good solid setup, you're just flirting with disaster. Everything is safety. Play around with it. Enjoy. If you have any questions, please let us know.